Tennessee's 14.
Tennessee's 14?
Yep.
All right. So Heather and I were just looking at the... What poll were you looking at?
Hold on, let me pull it back up.
We're almost late coming live because we're trying to figure out the preseason football rankings over here. Apparently Georgia is ranked higher than Tennessee, and I think there must be some mistake.
Tennessee is number
Tennessee 14. That's pretty awesome. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Usually we're not in the top 25 lately.
We're not live. I don't think. Oh, we are live.
We're totally live, dude.
We are live.
You got to turn your volume off, though.
My B, guys.
Are you sure you know where your volume is?
Yep.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We are live. Hello, Richard. I see you in the chat. Hello. I think I spelled hello wrong.
You did. It's okay.
It'll be all right. Boy, Richard's got some color photos this week. Awesome. I'm going to kind of hang around until we get some more joiners. The new Hey Cuban Rum is here. The way they've changed the live stream where you can't have your stream up and have people joining has... hey, Randy! All right, Randy's here. Anyway, so you have to kind of vamp a little bit before you get going. Or you get going before anybody's in here. Mike Mitchum is here. Hello, Mike. Are you in here?
I'm here.
Well, you should... Hey, there's Ian. Hello, Ian, all the way from Australia. Well, it's been 4 weeks and 47 minutes since Heather broke her foot.
Yep.
So she is...
That's 1 week for each break.
There you go. So she's starting to... Well, today you...
I walked.
I saw you take 2 steps on crutches. I mean, without crutches.
Yeah.
Still in the boot. She's been sleeping without her boot on for about a week, and that's really helped.
Yes.
That has really, really helped. Gosh, when she was sleeping with the boot, she would wake up in agony because, I don't know. Anyway, now that she's not sleeping in the boot, I don't want to speak for you, but I think,
it's much better.
And your foot's still tender, though, if you... Yeah.
Yeah, and if I bear too much weight on it, too much, then... it starts to hurt, so I'll take some ibuprofen. But it's not like the fresh break where it was, I couldn't even stand on it.
Yeah. So, hello, Mohammed. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining us. Hello.
We are all about all the O's today.
I got a lot of O's.
Oh, goodness.
I'm getting a little silly in the chat. Are you bumping into me?
You're bumping into me.
Why are you doing that?
I don't know.
Okay. So, how long until you can do gymnastics?
Never. If we met, I would die.
Okay. Well, how long? Let me ask you this: how long till I don't have to do your laundry anymore?
2 more weeks. I go back to the doctor in 2 weeks.
She's milking this thing. I'm telling you right now.
No, I'm really.
She's not. I'm just kidding. I kid.
Yeah. In 2 weeks.
She thought I was serious. I was kidding.
In 2 weeks, I go back and see the doctor, and he told me that at that point we'll probably start taking the boot off, and I can start
doing cartwheels.
No, I doubt he wants me doing cartwheels. He'll see me again the next day for like a broken spine.
Well, let's see what we got going on here. I'm glad that you're feeling better. Look at this transition. What? Okay, that was weird. But anyway, let's see. Our photo challenge this week was water or liquid, and we got lots and lots and lots of pictures. No Joy, though. We're a little sad about a missing Joy, but we're going to we're gonna try to hang in there and make it through. Let's see here. What else we got? Let's see. David. I don't have a channel of the week this week, but David's the channel of the week every week. David's my buddy, and his live stream is coming up. Is that this coming Tuesday? Yeah. That's this coming Tuesday, and he's got gestures as his.
They couldn't see that.
Oh, okay. Gestures. I forgot that I had his graphic on the screen, and I'm over here making gestures and messing everything up. But anyway, David's live stream is this coming Tuesday the 25th. Gestures is the photo challenge. Email to gpstreamphotos@gmail.com. And I've already sent one in. Have you sent one in?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I don't have a gesture picture yet.
Well, we'll have to work on it. I don't know if you guys could see the thumbnail on today's video, but I made it with my new lens that just came in today. It's a crazy story. I've been wanting this lens for a while, and I ordered one on like the 6th off eBay. This is a Russian lens. It's the Helios 44-2. There's several different Helios 44s, but apparently the version 2 is the one that has the best swirly bokeh. And so I ordered one, and you can get them pretty inexpensively if you order them from Russia where they're made. But I didn't want to do that because I wanted the lens to come in quick. So I paid a little bit more and ordered one from a United States seller, and it's still not here yet. I ordered it on August the 6th. About a week or 10 days later, I found a really good buy on one from England, from London, England, and it actually came in yesterday, but it was a signature required package, so I had to go pick it up at the post office today from the, where does it say it? From the Royal Mail. It says so right there. But anyway, the one from London that I ordered 10 days later came in faster than the one from the United States. And the thumbnail for today's video, which I don't know if you guys could see it because we went live so fast with the new way YouTube is being weird. But anyway, if you look at this video some other time, we made it out on the back porch really quick with the Helios 44-2, which is a 58mm f2 lens. We made it at with the Z6 at f2.8, and it was cool. We got somebody else. Hey, Peter's here. Hello, Peter. Oh, I got it. Wait a minute.
Oh no.
Hello. I didn't want Peter to be left out.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. What else do we want to talk about? Let's talk about, instead of having a channel of the week this week, and of course we know David is always the channel of the week, David Saylor's Rules, we are going to feature, what are we going to feature? We are going to feature us. We're going to feature our channel as the channel of the week. I worked so hard on this 5-episode Disney World series using the XT3, carried the XT3 in 2 lenses, the 18-55 kit lens and the 55-200 lens. That's the only lenses used in all the photography. And the first video came out yesterday morning. Some of you may have already seen it, but I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the remaining 4 in this series. So here's the thumbnail for the video that came out yesterday morning. If you haven't watched it, check it out. There's some panoramas of our resort and some photographs around the Magic Kingdom Park. We went to the Magic Kingdom Park, and some on-ride footage. So just kind of this YouTube channel, it started out as just family videos, and then it kind of moved into drone videos, and then it kind of moved into vlogs from Walt Disney World, and then it became a photography channel. So these 5 videos, starting with this one that you see the thumbnail to right now, and the next 4 are kind of combining the Disney World vlog old part of the channel with the new photography part of the channel that most of the people that are on this channel are here for. So this one came out Wednesday, and then this coming Saturday, this next one is really a good one. This is a really good video. You should check this one out. We spent the entire day at at Disney's Animal Kingdom Park, and we rode the safari ride twice, including we were on the very first truck of the morning, which is it's said to be the best time to do the safari if you're wanting to see the animals, because they feed them early in the morning. They're out at their feeding stations and you can see them. So episode number 2 is this coming Saturday, and it is mostly Animal Kingdom theme park. And then episode number 3 is the Monday after that. We didn't go to a theme park during this one, and I made a lot of photographs, including the one that's on the thumbnail, around Disney's newest resort, the Riviera Resort. And also we went to the Disney shopping district, which is called Disney Springs, and I made some photographs there. This video is kind of short compared to the other ones. And then, so that's Monday. So then the Wednesday after that, this is all about Hollywood Studios. And this is the longest video and probably has the least photography, so I apologize about that. But this one, we went to Hollywood Studios the first day that it opened up after being closed for the pandemic. We were there the very first day. There were news helicopters flying all over the place. I mean, literally all day. And we were also on Disney's new transportation system, the Skyliner, which is a, what would you call that?
Like a sky bucket,
yeah,
ski lift kind of sort of thing.
Yeah. So we were on it opened that same day, reopened, and we were on the very first bucket. We were the first people on it from the Riviera Resort station. And so I apologize because I got like the first 8 or 10 minutes of this video is our entire ride on the Skyliner. So and then the second half of the video is all about Disney's newest and hottest ride, the Star Wars Rise of the Resistance ride. You can only ride it once per day that you go to a park, and you have to get a reservation for it, and they sell out in like 2 minutes. So if you're not on your phone when the reservations go, you don't get to ride it. But we went to Hollywood Studios twice, and the first time we went, I recorded the whole ride with my GoPro. And the second time we went, I had the XT3 and I tried to make photographs of the whole ride. And in this video, I combined the best highlights of the video and the best of my photos, including this photo of my daughter Casey. There she is, masked up and standing in an Imperial Star Destroyer. I love this photograph, and that's why I picked it for the thumbnail. And then let's see what episode 5 is. Episode 5, we go to Epcot. And there's all sorts of good photography and test track riding when we went to Epcot. So, you know, I know this is probably not what you guys are into all that much, or maybe you are, but I really hope you check these videos out because I worked super hard on them. And anyway, check them out. Check them out. Check them out. Hope you like them. When you do, check them out, or if you do, check them out. Let's see, what we got now? We don't have...
Thank yous.
Oh, yes. Okay, so let's do first. Let's continue 2 weeks ago's thank you, because we were thanking Mike Mitchum, who was fond of Heather's Fallen 5 photograph, and he printed it, but it didn't. It was supposed to come in that Thursday, and it didn't come in till Friday. So here it is. Nicely lifted. Go to your right just a little bit. There you go. This is the printout that he made, and I didn't know if Mike was printing these photos out himself or if he was having it done professionally, but he's got I can't remember what kind of printer he has, but
Randy says I'm very cute.
Well, that is that goes without saying. She's super cute. Super cute, super cute. But anyway, Mike has his own printer that he prints these with, and it came out really, really great. I don't think anything was lost in the transition from digital to paper. So thanks again for that, Mike.
Oh, Epson P600.
Yeah, there you go. I was thinking he would catch that cue and put the name of the printer in. Epson, I think is how you pronounce that.
Okay.
Disney needs to hire you as an official photographer. Great stuff in episode 1. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mike. Thank you very
I
much.
would be
That,
good
now
with
that
that.
what we could work that out. That we move down to Orlando and just go to Disney World every day and make pictures. That's a job I could get behind. Could you send me a recommendation? Okay, so let's see. We've got another thank you, and it is Randy Boxnick. Thank you, Randy. Randy sent a really generous donation. He sent a bunch of really generous donations, and he sent another one in sometime since last live stream. So thank you very much, Randy. And we got the Walt Disney World Haunted Mansion font as usual for our thank yous. But I lost my green background. I don't know where it is. I think I was cleaning up the desktop of my computer and I deleted it. So this is a photograph that I made today for the water challenge. But it's not the one I submitted, but it is going to be in the video when and if it ever comes out. So thank you, Randy. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Randy. And we had a lot of pictures sent in this time. Let's see, I need to get... Oh, wait a minute. Watch this. I got my... during technical difficulties, I bring up this rain video. It's not really technical difficulties. I'm just getting my ducks in a row over here. Transition. Boom. There we are. 54 photographs sent in this week. 54.
That's a lot.
Of course, one of them, 3 of them are mine, and I cheated. I put 2 greatest hits photos in addition to the one that I made today. But anyway, really appreciate everyone sending in pictures. Very, very nice to have them. And let's see. You ready to start?
Let's go.
All right, here we go. This is Randy.
Glacier National Park. Ooh.
Randy at Glacier National Park, and he made this with a Nikon D4 and the 24-70 f2.8G.
You like that lens?
I really like that lens. As a matter of fact, I just did a 6-year review of it yesterday. When I got home from work yesterday, I put together a 6-year review of that lens and what I thought about it for 2021 and beyond. And I think highly of it because it's the first lens I ever put on my Z6 because I bought a Z6 with no lenses, just an FTZ, and the first lens I put on there was that one. And wow, it's a really pretty picture, Randy. Is that? Yeah. You know, when I first glanced at that, I thought it was ice.
Well, it probably is if it's from glacier. Well, maybe not. It's probably ice melt.
Yeah, it's really
like where ice
brightly colored. I like it, and especially with the really dark rocks, it's cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really neat photo.
Yeah.
I can't imagine ever getting to go there, but that is that's awesome.
Beautiful.
Really cool. f6.3 ISO 400, 1/125th of a second, and 31 millimeters for that awesome picture. Thanks, Randy. This is Bill Fouth. He sent in some pictures a few live streams back, and we hadn't heard from him in a while, and he is back. And I love this photograph that he's made here. This is at 17 millimeters, 3.9 seconds, f6.3 ISO 50. And Heather, how do you pronounce that?
I looked it up and I forgot. Give me. Stand by.
Wait.
Curaçao?
Oh, shoot. I was going to put the standby video up. Standby. Okay, how do you pronounce it?
Curaçao.
Make it play.
Well, then my volume's going to be on. Hold on, let me mute this.
Yeah, I'm just really asking a lot out of you right now.
Oh, well.
Curaçao.
So this is Curacao, and it looks like this is, and Curaçao's an island somewhere. Where's that island at?
He says Curacao.
Curacao?
Yeah.
Or Curacao. Sal? I don't know.
I don't know. It's an island country, a Dutch island country in the Caribbean. It looks like.
I love this photograph because it looks
it's
like...
near Aruba. Okay.
Aruba. It looks like what's happened here is a wave has come in this. Look at this shoreline erosion right here. Has splashed in, and Bill caught it as it's spilling back out, making it look like there's a huge waterfall. It's super cool.
I really love the hue of this blue.
Yeah, the water is beautiful. And I wonder how long does it show? Oh, 3.9 seconds is how long his exposure was. Yeah, so the waves are just all in this mush of awesomeness. And it's really, really cool.
You can see this.
Oh, yeah, you can see some kicking up over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And the sky is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool. Curacao. Curacao? Which one was it?
It said Curacao. He spelled it Curacao. I don't...
Need to make photographs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very pretty place.
Great job, Bill. Thanks for sending that in. All right, here is Bill Fouth again. Now, Bill, is this...
He said it's in North Carolina, so I doubt that it's...
Oh, we were going to ask if this was Bald River Falls, which Bald River Falls, I think, is in Tennessee. It's in Tennessee.
Yeah, it is.
I was waiting. I was going to see
might
if
be.
Bill was telling us what falls this is. Anyway, if it is Bald River Falls, we've got 3 Bald River Falls photos today in our 54. If not, it's still beautiful, whatever it is.
There's a walkway behind
Oh, that's
it.
definitely not Bald River Falls.
Yeah.
Then. Definitely not, because there's no walkway right there on Bald River Falls. Good job figuring that out. But it's beautiful, and it does remind you of Bald River Falls a little bit. And and I don't know if he's light painted this. Or what, but the having the stars in the photo is very, very cool.
Yeah.
This is ultra wide, 14 millimeter f2.8 at 30 seconds. Stop down to f4 ISO 1600. Really cool. 2 cool ones in a row from Bill. Thanks, Bill. All right, Richard Young. This requires email. Let me pull up Richard's email, because he always has lots of interesting things to say about his. Help me find it, honey.
Look at it. Scroll down. Scroll down.
I think it's near the top. Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what number is that one?
This one's number 2.
Number 2. This is a swimming pool. I like the effect of the light on the water and the tiles on the bottom. This is in Portugal. Nikon D7100 1/320th of a second f8 ISO 100 and 28 millimeters on the 18-105. I have that lens and I can't stand it, but Richard makes his work.
Yeah, this is very cool. Yeah. I like how you can see the distortion of the tile on the bottom of the pool.
Yeah, it's really cool. I love to look at pools as they're doing the wavies like that.
Yeah.
But I never would have thought to make a photograph like this. It's just awesome. And the bottom of that pool is more interesting than most pools I have swam in.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, very, very cool.
I like it. Thanks, Richard. Let's see what's next. That was Richard Young number 2. This is Richard Young number 1. Okay, so look at the...
Oh, this is in Portugal.
Yeah, well, the second one was in Portugal too, he said.
Oh, okay.
Look at just everything. The colors.
Yeah.
Okay, let's read about it. This is a surf school in...
It's in Portugal.
At a beach in Portugal. One of the most beautiful beaches I've seen and a perfect place to learn to surf. He made this with the Nikon D7100 at 1/500th f9 ISO 160, 24 millimeters on the 10-24 ultra wide lens.
That's very cool. I like this a lot.
Yeah, I just love the colors, and I guess he's made the sky dark like this, and I think it
draws you in.
Yeah, it really adds something to it.
Yeah.
I think he does that a little bit in his black and whites as well. I've noticed. But
I like it.
It doesn't look. I mean, if you want to get really, really picky, it might look unnatural, but it doesn't look. It's looks,
not obvious.
Yeah, it looks. I can't figure out the words.
Subtle.
Yeah, it looks awesome. When all else fails, say awesome.
Hmm.
It's really great.
Oh yeah, he said he does do that where he.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I like it. It draws your eye into the part of the photograph where you want them to focus.
Where the action is.
Yeah.
Very cool. I like how you can almost see blue sky in the water here, but not completely. I mean, you know what I mean? Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
You can kind of see blue, but you can also see the color of the sand through it. Very cool. Okay, so that was Richard Young, number 1. And this is Richard Young, number 4. This is beautiful Cadwith Cove in Cornwall, Great Britain. The fishing boats are dragged up to the stone beach when they return from fishing. One of my favorite places. D7100, 1/400th of a second at f8, ISO 100, and 11 millimeters on the 10-24.
This reminds me of something out of Jaws.
Yeah. Farewell and adieu, my fair Spanish ladies. Let's full screen that one.
That's beautiful.
He did the thing with the sky again too, but again, it's like the Richard style, and it works.
Yeah.
If I did it, I would totally ruin my picture, but he makes it work. Very cool.
Yeah, I like this rule of odds there.
Yeah, little rule of odds. I like that. I like everything about it.
Yeah, I do too.
All right, so let's see what's next. This ladder drives me crazy. One side is too long. That's number 3. Another classic German design, the Benz steps in and out of the water at our local outdoor swimming place in Mannheim, Germany. Classic German design. I don't know. I guess you only need to reach up high on one side, so why make the other one that high? I get it. It's cool. Let's see. D7100, 1/100th, f11, ISO 100, 16 millimeters on the 10-24. And, he had to slip in a black and white in with all those colors. That's Mr. Black and White.
I love this.
Yeah. Thanks, Richard. Very cool. Okay, so I got to make sure I'm active on this screen so I can move along. All right, here is Peter, and this reminds me of where I was at this morning.
Yeah.
I went out this morning in the Harrison Bay Islands, which have lots of really small islands with stuff growing on them, and then trees that remind me so much of this kind of growing out of the water. Let's see where Peter was. There it is. Hi, Heather and Phil.
Norris. Okay.
All photos taken with a D700 on Norris Lake. And he has this is number 1. Number 4 has number 3 has a story, so we'll move along. Thank you, Peter. That is cool. Ron Durant, Mr. Waterfall is back.
Gorgeous.
Let's see if we can find Ron's. I have to come back to. Help me find Ron, honey.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. All right, so this is Ron Durant number 2. Ron Durant number 2 is Melton Mill Branch Falls at the Obed Wild and Scenic River. This was a category 2nd place in a photo contest, and deservedly so. Nikon D7500 with the Nikkor 12-24 f4 at f11 for 1/6 of a second. See, you don't need a long shutter speed for a waterfall. A lot of people, you'll see 3, 4, 30. I like a half a second or 1 second or even less than a half a second, and this is 1/6, and it's beautiful. And old Ron Durant got 2nd place in a photo contest with it.
I love the color right here at the base of the waterfall.
It's beautiful. Look at the orange color here.
I mean, the color in the entire photograph.
This reminds me of what was the waterfall we went to in? It reminds me of DeSoto Falls. The rocks all had that orange color. But I like the dark color rocks better. But it's interesting that it has that one spot.
Yeah. With
the orange color. Really beautiful. Nice foreground interest. and just everything about it. No sky in the picture. I don't like sky above waterfalls if I can help it.
You can see the rhododendron going on.
Yeah.
I love it.
Awesome. Thanks, Ron. All right, here is Peter. Look at that.
This is number 3.
This is number 3. Okay, so this one has a story. I like the slide in the distance on that one. Help me remember that because we got to come back to Ron's.
Okay. Peter was near the top, I think.
Thank you. Okay, the third photo story. I spent 1 hour to take 12 frames with my Mamiya C330. The mosquitoes ate me alive. That sounds like us, especially her. She's a mosquito snack. And only at home I realized there was no film in the camera. That's terrible.
Oh.
Sorry, no picture from the whiskey because it was gone before I load the camera. Very cool. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
I like this.
It's a nice little cove. I imagine you would get eaten by mosquitoes.
Oh, poor Joy. She says she got her weeks mixed up.
Oh.
We wondered. We wondered where you were.
We thought you were mad at us, Joy. Glad you're not mad at us.
Yeah.
I should remind you. I'll try to remind you before next week. My fault. You know, I really should post a reminder. Also, hi, Joy.
Hi.
Oh, wait a minute. I have to do my thing.
What are you doing? Oh, you have to greet her. This is Phil's greeting for the night.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Peter.
Oh, this is Joe.
This is Joe. I don't have to look at the email because everything is in the photograph. This is the Union Pond Dam. I'm not sure where that is, but it's beautiful. You know, whenever I see clouds like this a lot.
Oh, yeah, I love
But I'm
those.
always at work. You know, when there's clouds like that, I'm always at work. But I'm so glad that you got to be at a waterfall when there was these awesome clouds.
That's cool.
What-
It's in
what-
Connecticut.
No, it's in Manchester, Connecticut. Very cool. I have Heather's my Googler. She likes to Google. And I like when a dam has a beautiful waterfall on the backside of it.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what's the place in Alabama that I can't that we just talked about?
DeSoto.
Yeah, that's kind of like DeSoto Falls too.
It reminds me of Rainbow Falls, like not the main falls, but like that place where, yeah,
the one at Rainbow Lake.
yeah,
Not the one that is impossible to get to, but I got there anyway.
Yeah.
Because I'm dumb. Z6 with the 24-70 f4. Okay, so that's the kit lens, but that's a fabulous kit lens. Union Pond Dam, 1/2000th f6.3 ISO 3200 at 300 millimeters.
Oh, wow.
Something's either this is not right or this is not right. Probably this. Something's funny about that. But anyway, whatever. It's awesome, and thank you, Joe, for sending that in. All right, here's Joe again with, I love these titles, Winter Sun's Warmth.
Oh, yeah.
With the D5500 and the 18 to 55 kit lens. That is beautiful. Look at you. Over here, you got the dead of winter with no snow, and over here where it's still in shadow.
Mm-hmm.
You've
Yeah,
got
the
the
snow is
Yeah,
still
the snow
there.
hasn't melted yet because the sun hadn't hit it. And I like the warm colors here.
And then
The cool colors here. Adam Gibbs, who's one of my photography heroes, says if you can get warm and cool in the same photo, it adds a lot to it.
Does
Oh,
it
and there's
look like
ice.
there's
Yeah.
ice? Yeah.
Wow. Very cool. And warm. Winter sun's warmth. Great job, Joe. And I love this. Let's give it a pick.
We're gonna give that one a pick.
This is it's Zinnias in a
It looks like,
Storm,
yeah.
and it's absolutely beautiful. I bet the shutter speed was, look at that, 1/2000th. A lot of ISO to get that much shutter speed during a rainstorm, but well worth it because this is beautiful. This is really beautiful. D5500 with the 70-300 VR kit lens.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Great photo. Who says you have to have an expensive camera to make a great photo? That's made with the D5500. Very cool. Very cool. I love the border. Oops.
The white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just everything he's done to it.
Yeah.
Really, really great. Thank you, Joe. All right. Mike
Mike.
mentioned, now Mike's photos came in, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but Mike's photos came in really, really low resolution this week. Matter of fact, if I go to 100%, they shrink. Where the rest of them, if I click, matter of fact, they probably look better like this
Oh, yes, I would leave
instead
it.
of
Yeah.
instead of pixelated. So let's leave it small. This is with the 18 to 135, which is one of the Fujifilm lenses. Looks like it has optical image stabilization and weather resistance and the linear motors. It's a beautiful photo though, and it kind of has some warm and cool in it as well. Are these sea oats? Is that what you would call them?
Yeah. I like that you can see the
Oh,
sailboat.
is that a sailboat?
There's a sailboat back there.
Yeah. Very cool.
I like this quite a bit. Makes me want to go to the beach.
Do you want to go to the beach? You want to cancel our Disney trip?
No.
Okay. But I do want to go to the beach though.
Yeah.
All right.
We can go visit your sister.
We need to. All right. So this is another one that came in small. 100% shrinks it. So we'll leave it like that.
I love the
the S.
Yeah.
That's a really nice composition there. And the birds make another letter in the sky, and the sunset. It's just everything about it's great. My only complaint is the low resolution in this, so I can't show it as good as I would like to, but it's a beautiful, beautiful photograph. Great job, Mike. Great job.
Yes, very pretty.
And this is with also the 18 to 135. This time it's that's a really great range. That lens. You basically don't need anything else for landscape photography unless you need an ultra wide.
Unless you want, to go crazy.
I do. I always want to go crazy.
Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you, Mike. Oops.
Look, it's one of yours.
This is mine. This is a waterfall that I will not name because it's a creek.
Can I type it?
No, it's a creek in Georgia. In what county was it?
Probably Murray, because it's in the Cohutta Wildlife Management area.
Yeah. Heather and I went to this place during autumn last year, and I used the 24-70 f2.8G. I slipped in 2 greatest hits photos and one that I made today, and this is from the fall. I think this was November of 2019 when we went there, and it was funny. It's like 8 miles on a 1-lane wide gravel road, which
we had no idea.
Yeah, I would have taken my truck instead of my demonstrator from work if I had realized that, but I didn't. Half second, f8, ISO 400. I needed to get the depth of field I needed f8. I wanted a half a second shutter speed, and so I had to bump the ISO up to 400. Normally a waterfall picture you would shoot it at ISO 100, but anyway, I needed f8, and it was not very bright that morning. Beautiful waterfall though. Whoopsie daisy. All right, so this is Tim, and I love the title of this picture, Not Really Upside Down.
Yeah.
This is with his XT3, I think, and the 100 to 400 wildlife lens of this great egret standing on some sort of water valve in a lake or pond. Very cool.
Reflected though, right?
Yeah, this is a reflection.
Because it's crazy how much detail you have of the feathers, even though it's still a reflection.
Yeah, every bit of this photo is a reflection. There's none of the actual
thing it's standing on.
Yeah. Well, this is all reflection too.
Yeah.
Every bit of this is reflection. Really cool.
Mhm.
Really cool.
Great egret.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.
All right, Cuban rum on the liquid challenge.
You know what this reminds me of?
Polynesian?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a man-made waterfall at the Disney Polynesian Resort that is reminiscent of this. This is really beautiful. He used, I'm going to guess with it being ISO 64, that's probably with his Z7. With the 24 to 70 f2.8. Woohoo! That's a fancy lens right there. 2 seconds f9 ISO 64. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. I'm telling you what, man. Water may be the best challenge yet.
Yeah, all these have been great.
A lot of participants.
He said, yeah, it was his Z7.
Awesome. Very cool. I like it a lot. Thank you, Cuban Rum. And this is Thomas Millard. Looks like with the 18 to 55, 2.8 to 4 kit lens. This dock, although it's probably in a much more serious body of water, it reminds me of the dock at Booker T. Washington.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah. Quarter second f4.5 ISO 200. I wonder if Thomas, let's see if he says anything about where that is. Has Thomas sent pictures in before, or is this Thomas's first time?
I'm not sure.
No. Go ahead.
Don't you type in his name in search mail?
Oh, okay.
Let's get all fancy here.
Show off. Yep. No Thomases. So this is Thomas's first. Thank you, Thomas. First time caller. Thanks for sending that in. It's very cool, and I like the reflections of the different colored lights on the water. That's really neat.
Yeah, I do too.
Awesome. Whoops again. Oh, what have I done?
You were going off the rails on a crazy train.
Okay, so here is my favorite waterfall picture I've ever made. This is Greeter Falls, another greatest hits shot of mine. Great waterfall. Super easy to photograph. Almost didn't have to edit this picture at all. It basically looked like this straight out of camera. And this is with the Z50 and the kit lens at 22.5 millimeters, and my regular waterfall speed of half a second. Greeter Falls. I think the last time we talked about this picture, Ron Durant, who I call Mr. Waterfall, had never been there. So Ron, if you're still in here, I recommend you go there ASAP.
It's beautiful.
It's not a super difficult hike.
I didn't die.
No. and it's not super far. And if you've ever seen a spiral staircase hanging off the side of a cliff, if you haven't, you will when you go to this waterfall. So check out Greeter Falls. It is awesome. People are saying nice things. Thank you, people who are saying nice things. My favorite waterfall picture. Okay, Ron Durant, Mr. Waterfall. Let's see. We'll find him. We'll figure out where this is.
This must have been like a low flow kind of day, but it's still super cool.
Yeah. Okay, this is Ron Durant number 1. This is Emery Gap Falls, located in Frozen State Park, taking this spring just before the COVID shutdown.
Wow.
Using his D500 with the Sigma 10 to 20 f3.5 at f11 for 3 seconds. Very nice.
Yeah, this is gorgeous.
Very nice indeed. That's beautiful.
I like, you see these rocks over here? This area? Oh, I don't know what you did, babe.
Well, 100%.
Oh, but it's, okay.
Yeah.
But I like how you can see the water coming through the cracks and around all those little bitty rocks.
Yeah, and see, with this, he's at 3 seconds here, but it's, like you said, it's kind of low flow.
Right.
So it doesn't overly puffy up to where you lose all the detail.
Right.
If it was raging, 3 seconds would just turn to mush.
Yeah, you're right there.
I like it.
I do too.
Look at this one little separate stream.
Yeah.
It's like Calvin Hobbes is up there at the top taking care of business. All right. Thank you, Ron. And this is a drone shot. This shot he made, this is Ozone Falls.
Oh, it is Ozone.
Which is in Crab Orchard, Tennessee, using the Phantom 4 Pro at f4 for 1/5 of a second. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that might be Ron standing right there with the controller.
Yeah, it looks like he's holding a controller.
Yeah, a big white Phantom 4. I've got a Phantom 4 Pro right up there on the shelf in that gray box. The camera's knocked off from where I crashed it.
And then climbed down a mountain to get it.
Yes. Where was I at?
You were at
Snoopers Rocks.
Yeah, you were at Snoopers, and
but
I was at work.
It still flies. Yeah, send her pictures. Look, now I'm on the side of this cliff.
And I'm like, am I gonna have to call, TWRA to pull you out or something?
Get me. Very cool. Very cool. You know, doing a long shutter speed, even a fifth of a second with a drone, you got to have that thing rock solid. And so that is great.
Yeah, this is really,
Very
really
cool
well done.
doing a waterfall photo with a drone.
And I like how you can see the stream too.
Yeah, yeah, you can see the stream coming in. The composition's excellent.
Yeah.
I like everything about it. Great job, Ron. All right, this is Tim, and I guess this is a blade of grass.
It's got to be.
Let's see if I can find his.
Tim Cutter. Oh, that's not the right one.
Yeah, he sent.
3 drops.
Well, it doesn't say anything about it, but it's still cool, whatever it is. This is the XF 80mm f2.8 linear motor optical image stabilized weather resistant macro lens plus a 1.4 teleconverter. Looks like the focus point must have been right here.
That drop, yep.
And I guess it's a blade of grass.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
So is 80 times 1.4 112? Yes. Or is it times 1? What is 80 times 1.4? Well, it's 112. There you have it.
Yeah.
So that explains why he's got that focal length. Very cool, Tim. It's really, really pretty. I love the background. You know, I guess it's just more grass, but it's slap out of focus.
Yeah.
Did that sound country?
Yes, it did. And then, like, right here where you can tell where the focus point was, you have so much detail in those veins on that that leaf.
And look, I like this little light.
Like flare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool. Very cool, Tim. All right, this is Percy Sheely. Now, I begged and pleaded. Percy, my buddy Percy, great photographer. He's in the middle. He's in the middle of building a house right now, so he hasn't been using his camera, and I begged and pleaded for him to send me some pictures, and I'm going to shrink those down too because he sent me some small ones. I think he took them straight off of Facebook and sent them to me. And I don't have much information about him, but this is probably somewhere in Florida, if I had to guess.
Yeah, probably.
Very pretty. Thank you, Percy.
Yay, Percy.
All right, here is Peter.
Peter's number 2.
Peter's number 2. That
He's at the
sounded
top.
weird.
Oh, no, not that.
Peter's image.
He's at the top.
Oh, thank you.
Peter's second image.
Thank you. Oh, well, only the third one had a story. But this is cool. You know, I would think you might see an otter swimming around right here eating a crustacean or something.
Looks like someplace we probably tied up at the
Yeah.
lake.
It reminds me of like a creek you would explore, but it could be in the middle of a lake. It's hard to say.
It just reminds me of that slough that we tied up at.
Yeah.
At,
I like the black and white in this.
Yeah, I do too.
1350th f8 ISO 400. Fully extended 24 to 120. Very cool. Thank you, Peter. Oh,
you were zoomed in.
I was zoomed. It's you know, I liked it like, and there's a great blue heron right here. Okay, well, did I mess up the previous picture too? No. I was zoomed in because because of Percy's.
Oh, yeah.
I was 100% on Percy's because that made it smaller and it made this one bigger. It all depends on the resolution. Sorry about that, Peter. Now we got to talk.
We liked that.
We like this part, but now there's a great blue heron.
Yeah.
And more deadfall in the water and a log. That log's been cut. Right there.
Everybody's making fun of us. We're idiots.
Okay. Great blue heron.
Yes.
Trees. Water. Black and white.
Very pretty.
Let's make it big again.
I don't know that I've ever seen a black and white photo of a great blue heron before, you know?
I think that's a first for me as well.
Yeah, but I like it.
Cool.
It allows you to see the contrasting colors on the bird without it being in color.
I like it. Very cool. Thanks, Peter. Sorry we judged your picture by a third of it.
Mike says we can't have any more Bud Lights.
We dumb. I need to crack another one here in a minute. All right, here is another photo of Percy's. This is somewhere on Parksville Lake Ocoee in Polk County, Tennessee. A little Percy's is a brilliant Milky Way photographer, and this is just one example of his Milky Way photography. And I think this is Latta.
Oh yeah,
I can't think of Latta's last name, but we went to the eclipse and he was there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's Latta. Percy said that might be Latta, right there in the picture. Thank you, Percy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I'm going to 100% this so I don't mess up the next picture.
Yes,
this
this
might
is
be my
beautiful.
favorite picture of the whole thing. Full screen and picking.
Mm-hmm.
This is Dana Garrett. Let's see. It has.
Latta Johnson, Joy said.
Yes, there we
Thank you.
go. Okay, so this is the second time Dana has sent pictures in. So thank you, and I love this. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that little creek up at the place in Dayton where we hiked that time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of that. I just love the way it meanders around. I love
Mm-hmm.
the sunlight coming through the trees up here, but not overly anywhere, and the speckled dappled
Mm-hmm.
sunlight on the creek. I guess it's a creek.
Yeah.
Really, really like that.
And it looks
a bunch.
like there was, a faster
Yeah,
current
yeah.
right here.
Well, it's a
around this
20-second
edge.
shot to smooth it out, so
Yeah.
it could have been really bumpy.
Yeah, but you can just tell around the edge of that.
That's an eddy. You think that's an eddy?
I don't know.
Oh no. Like there and there. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. It's
Let's
cool.
just judge it on just this part of the picture instead of the whole thing. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so this was with the 16 to 80 2.8 to f4. I do not know what lens that is or for what system, but whatever it is, it went well. Oh, look at here. Waterphoto challenge for August 20th. Nikon D500 with a 16 to 80 f2 to f4. I still don't know who makes that lens. I'm not familiar with it. With a 10-stop ND.
Oh, that makes sense.
Very nice.
Yeah, Mike said it's hard to believe no tree movement at that speed. Yeah.
Must have been, let's look into that.
There might have been a little, but I don't think there's a ton.
There's maybe some there. Yeah, there's definitely some over here. But, I mean, it doesn't take away from the picture. It's cool. You know, because the focus of the picture is the water and the light coming through.
Right.
It's cool.
Yeah, I like this quite.
Great job, Dana. All right, next. All right, here is Ian. And let's
look
find
at that
Ian over
sunburst
here.
off the moon.
Yeah, that's cool. That is very cool. Ian. I think I've searched for the wrong Ian. I think Ian has 2 email addresses, maybe. No?
Delete the whole thing.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we have the message, but there's nothing to say about it, so we'll figure out. Look, you can even see stars too.
Yeah.
You know, and that's, if you're going to get stars, you're going to overexpose your moon like this, but the moon with the sun stars on it, I love it. I think it's really cool. I don't think I've ever seen a moon star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't count that.
A lot.
Yeah,
I can't count that high.
and here the strip of light on the water, and over here this star.
Yeah.
It's cool. This, I don't know if, I can't remember if Ian has a Z6 or a Z7, but it's definitely a Z series camera because it's the 24 to 70 f4s lens. 15 seconds wide open at f4. Wow, f4 and still getting stars.
Yeah.
I would not have anticipated that. But gosh, I need that lens. I'm still kicking myself for not ordering my Z6 with the kit lens. Thanks, Ian. All right, so this, Randy sent this picture to me. I don't think he sent it to be in the live stream, but I like it a whole bunch, so I put it in. And this he made with his Z50 with the Z-mount 50mm 1.8, which I don't have. I've got the F mount 50 millimeter 1.8, and this is what did we
Salsify.
salsify.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a dandelion to me, but Heather learned. Wow, look at the detail.
Yeah.
Heather learned that this is a plant that's harvested for its root. Is that what you?
That's what the internet says.
Well, the internet knows. You can ask Abe Lincoln. Look at all the detail.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Really cool. Great job, Randy. There's probably some water in there somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, TV is at 47 seconds on this fountain that looks like it's at a shopping center or something, but it's just awesome.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Totally smoothed this water out with the 47-second exposure, and this is 35 millimeter f4, but shot at f22 ISO 100. And
It's a f1.4.
oh yes, sorry. Did I say f4?
Yeah.
I totally meant to say f1.4. Awesome.
Yeah, I like this quite a bit.
Really cool TV. Thank you.
Oh, look at the baby.
Heather and I, this past Sunday morning, we spent about
2 hours.
two and a half hours on the back porch for our day of ruby-throated hummingbird photography. And it looks like Tim's been doing some hummingbird photography too. And I guess, is it raining? Is that what's going on?
I don't. Maybe.
It looks like, I don't know. It's looks like a juvenile male.
Yeah, most definitely.
Really cool. That's an interesting feeder. I don't know how you get at it, but it's a beautiful photograph and well captured.
Mm-hmm.
This is with this is with the 200 millimeter f2 and the 1.4 to bring it to 280, to make it a 280 f2.8. I guess is what the math would do.
Okay.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I like this.
Whoops.
Please.
Thanks, Tim. All right, here is Ian's other photograph, and I don't. This is another 24-70 f4 photo at f8 this time, 1/640th to capture this wave splashing against these rocks.
I wonder where this is.
Somewhere in Australia would be my guess.
Well, yeah, I know that, but where in Australia? Ian, do you know? Do you remember?
It's down under.
Ah.
Does that help?
No. I love you though.
Joyce says, talking about the feeder, I think the center has an ant moat filled. So the ants can't get to your hummingbird feeder. I
that's
gotcha.
Smart.
You know, the top of our hummingbird feeder has that, and I actually spray in the cup in the very, very top, way away from where the hummingbirds go. I spray ant and roach killer in the top of our hummingbird feeder, and they don't go there.
He said it's the mid-north coast of New South Wales.
Oh, very cool.
These rocks remind me of a place I went. That's why I wondered.
Gotcha. It's pretty. Let's full screen it. Let's see it the whole way.
I love the splash.
Mhm.
Like.
Nice colors too.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Okay, this is another one of Percy's shot. These are skimmers. I'm gonna. Oh no, this one is enough resolution to fill the monitor. But these are skimmers. I've never photographed one of these before, but they fly along, and their lower beak is longer than their upper beak, and they fly along and catch fish.
Oh.
Really cool. I've never even seen one, but they are. I'd love to see them, because it must be beautiful to watch them go across a pond, skimming.
Yeah, that's cool.
Great job, Percy. Thank you. And this is a great egret. A great egret. Can I speak anymore? Okay. Anyway, it's a great egret, and you know, I mentioned that Percy's building a house, so he hasn't been getting his camera out a lot lately. But there's a pond near where he's building a house, and this great egret's been hanging around. So this picture, unlike some of the other ones that he was kind enough to send me, this picture's fresh. This picture's been made in the last week or so.
Yeah.
Very cool and fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
Great egret.
Preening.
Yeah. Thanks, Percy. Heather Brianne Boyd. This was made while we were out doing hummingbird photos. I was using the 500 f4 and the 1.4 teleconverter on the Z6, but Heather was using one lens to rule them all. The 18 to 400 on the Z50. So she, with that minimum focus distance, that's way better. She could look down and take this beautiful photograph with the sun on this Mexican sunflower. These my sister's husband has been keeping a family of Mexican sunflowers alive for years, and he gave me some sprouts that he sprouted in his basement, and I planted them and watered them, and they are blooming right now, and you'll see butterflies on these things, and the hummingbirds come to these. And I love these water drops. So good job, Miss Heather.
Thank you.
One lens to rule them all, 400 millimeters, 1/12/50th.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Cuban rum. Look at all the what are these things?
They look like lily pads, like a different kind of lily pad.
That is awesome. It looks like.
Oh, look at the thing.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like living upside down garbage can lids. That is beautiful.
Yeah, this is so cool.
What an amazing location. Probably the Z7 based on ISO 64. And Cuban Rum has the Nikon Z ultra wide, the 14 to 30 f4, which I would love to have. And he is making good use of it here at 28 millimeters.
Oh, Mike says there's a new Tamron APS-C lens coming out, 18 to 600.
That is insane.
Oh my god.
That is insane. Time to sell the 18 to 400 and get one lens to rule them all, even that other one.
Yeah. Joy. Ooh, I might have to get that.
Fairchild Tropical Botanic. I figured if I talked about it long enough, Cuban Rum would tell us where it is.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is, but I say you should go because this is beautiful and nicely captured by Cuban Rum. Thanks. All right, what's next? David Sailors. He has been kind of stuck at the house for a while, but he did manage to get out. And this, what have we got going on here? That is work sending me a text. Shan't be responding to that right now.
Cuban Rum says, and you found the lizard. Yes, we found the lizard.
You found the lizard.
I will find any lizard.
That's old Eagle Eye Lizard Finder. This is at Miller Plaza, and he made this with, speaking of Cuban Rum, he made this with the lens that Cuban Rum gave to David, that enlarger lens that's in his. David's newest video is fantastic. It has the beginning part of a review of this enlarger lens that Cuban Rum gave him. He goes over some pictures that that Cuban Rum printed and sent to him, and he talks about 2 different photography books and how they have influenced him on his photography project he's starting. So you guys check out David's new video. It's really, really good. So he made this with the Z6 at ISO 50, 8/10 of a second. It doesn't, because it's a non-electronically connected lens, it doesn't tell you, but he told me he was at f22 to make this, to get the smoothness in this water at Miller Plaza. It's a beautiful fountain. I've photographed it 2 or 3 times. I never made a really serious photograph, and none of the ones I've made have been as pretty as this one. So great job, David.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
Let's full screen it. Ah, it's bigger. And now it's smaller. All right.
Mike said that man could adapt a Coke bottle and make it.
Yes, he could.
He could.
That's old David Rockhoppin Argus Sailors, Georgia photographer. All right, Mike said, sorry about copying your composition, but he did Corona Light, and that's cool. I'm glad you did, and you had the like, get them out of the refrigerator and work on the composition, and by the time you make the shot, they'll be covered in condensation.
Yeah, look at the bubbles.
Oh, he's foamed them. Might as well pour them in the toilet now. Just kidding. That's cool. I think I had 5 in my Corona not light picture.
Yeah, I like this quite
a
bit.
Yeah, it's really cool. Very nice, Mike.
Yeah, Joy said all the lids look popped. I wonder if that's why there's bubbles.
I don't think they are, though.
I don't think so. Okay.
All right, here is Ray's, and we're going to show the behind the scenes first. This is Ray's D850. He has a battery grip for it. And this is the 35 to 70 f3.5 to 4.5 lens that Ray bought used. And if you've ever seen David's review of this lens, he takes that thing and just chucks it over his shoulder into a log pile. He's not happy with that lens at all in his review. But Ray seems to be doing okay with his. And here is, look, see, he's got that lens and looks like a full set of macro extension tubes. And he's made a photograph of this drop of water. And you can see his light.
Oh,
See the square light here in the BTS, the old behind the scenes. You can see it. And look how small the drop is. Beep.
Yeah.
It's like a banana plant or something, I think he said.
Mm.
But it's got a lot of nice detail.
Oh, is the lens reverse mounted?
I don't think so. I think he's just got it on a the aperture area is on the back where it should be. I've done some reverse lens macros, but that's not what Ray's doing here in this situation.
Mm.
All right, thank you, Ray. Ray made that yesterday. He said, "Oh, I got to make a picture," and make a picture he did. Looks like his extension tubes are not electronic.
Yeah.
Because it didn't pass the information. All right, here is George. George took his Z50 into the shower and used the pop-up flash, I believe, and the kit lens and made a photograph of this shower head.
Mm.
Hopefully we do not see him naked reflected in the shower head. But it's a cool photo. Nice shower too. Nice tile.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing growing on it. It's nicely done. I would call that a make it rain shower head.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of our rooms we stay in at Walt Dinner War.
Mm-hmm.
What brand is that?
I have no idea.
Biden? No.
No. No. Moen?
Yeah, maybe so.
Who knows?
All right. Thank you, George. And here's mine. I made this morning with a circular polarizer and a 10-stop neutral density with the Z50 and the 50 to 250 lens at 125. And I was standing nearly waist deep in Harrison Bay as I made this photograph. I like my other two pictures a lot better, but this is what I made today. So here it is. Trees growing out of water, and the water slicked because of the long shutter. Thank you, Joy, and Cuban rum. Oops. All right, next. All right, this is Matthew, and did I tell everybody about my Helios?
Yeah, you did, and how you ordered two, and the one from the Royal Mail.
Yeah, and there it is right there. Half of that, or nearly half of that's adapter, but there's the Helios 44-2, which is a 58 millimeter f2. Why they call it a 44-2, I have no idea, but all of Matthew's pictures except for one are made with his copy of that lens, but he's on a micro 4/3 camera. So there is what you looking at? Oh, I need to switch. Sorry. I'm sitting here talking about a picture and it's not on the screen. Anyway, there is a violin beside a beautiful body of water.
That looks like Harrison Bay, because that looks like the Highway 58 MV Bay area right there.
Could be. Didn't know we came down to these parts. Let's see what's next. This is it's a swirly bokeh shot from Matthew with his Helios. Very nice and unusual. You don't see. That's kind of his style. He's a Helios man.
Yeah.
I got to figure out how to use mine. This is the famous cypress trees that most photographers in our part of the country go there and make this shot. I did. God, I can't remember how long the exposure was, but we came up there once and I climbed down into the water.
Oh yeah, that gross stinky
That
water.
gross stinky water. But wow, what a beautiful sunset that Matt
Yeah.
got that night at the Polk County. That's near where Greasy Creek comes into Parksville Lake. Is where that's at.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And here we go with
Bald River.
Bald River Falls, and he made this. I don't understand. Maybe it's a pano. I'm trying to figure out how he made a shot of Bald River Falls with a 58 millimeter lens on. Oh, maybe he used his speed booster, so it was only 58 millimeters. Otherwise, it'd be 116.
Joyce said her picture of those trees, it's going to be hanging at Erlanger.
Oh, awesome! Congratulations, Joy. That is really, really cool. Really, really cool.
For those who don't know, Erlanger is one of our local hospitals.
So there's Bald River Falls. And here's another. Is that the same Splashy Splash?
No, it's a different Splashy Splash.
No, it is a different Splashy Splash. That's I don't know. There's something about his photos like that. They're unique and engaging. I really like them. Very cool. You know, usually if you're doing a water photo, you do a long shutter, but the way he captures this with a fast shutter speed is pretty. And you know, he sent I used all his pictures except for two. He sent a whole bunch, and I kept this one in there just for you because I know you like Stitchy.
Stitchy.
And here's another Helios photograph.
This is cool.
I like the back side of water here. That's a Disney thing. Really beautiful. Great job. Thank you, Matthew. Oh, still Matthew. Here is a Siamese fighting fish, a beta. You think this is a female?
Oh yeah, that's a female. It's got to be.
I like these thingies.
Yeah,
You think
cool.
they're alive, or you think they look like the fish is swimming around on Pandora?
Yeah, that is what it looks like.
Very cool. And there is Matthew himself. I'm not sure where this waterfall is. Ron Durant probably knows. Well, is this somewhere on the Ocoee? Is that the...
This reminds me... I don't
No
know.
mistakes.
I don't know where this is. I like his Star Wars backpack.
Yeah. Well, he says he's going to be an extra in Mandalorian Season 2. We won't be able to recognize him because he'll be in a Stormtrooper uniform, but he's a big dude, so he could definitely carry that role.
Oh,
All right,
Percy.
here is another one of Percy's that he was kind enough to send in. This another Milky Way shot. I'm not sure where this one. I was pretty sure I knew the location of the other ones.
Fog on the water. Smoke on the water.
Yeah, it looks like it. Really beautiful shot. Really beautiful. I wish I knew more about it, the location and what gear he was using. I know he's a Canon shooter, and he's got a Rokinon 24 millimeter 1.4, and he has the Rokinon 14 millimeter 2.8. So I think those are his astrophotography lenses, but I'm not sure which one he used on this. But it's beautiful. Well done. That's an area of my photography that I would like to improve on. It's just so hard for me to get out in the middle of the night because I'll always end up having to work the next day.
Yeah.
All right, so here's Bald River Falls. The second Bald River Falls photo of the day. Beautiful, beautiful, and Percy caught Bald River Falls and the Milky Way in the same shot. Super, super awesome.
Gorgeous.
Great job, Percy. There's a bridge. Percy's probably standing on that bridge. There's a bridge that goes right by. And the first time I crashed my Phantom 4 Pro, I was at Bald River Falls, and I was flying over the falls, and I thought I had this pine tree right here cleared, but I didn't, and I just barely hit the top of the pine tree, and the helicopter bonky brunka bonky brunka brunka brunka, and stopped about right there, upside down in the tree, and I climbed up, and there was a couple of young fellas up here, and me and those two young fellas threw rocks and branches at my helicopter for half an hour before we finally knocked it out of the tree. It landed right next to the waterfall, and when it hit, it knocked the battery out, and the battery went into Bald River Falls and killed that battery. But the helicopter was still good and lasted all the way until I crashed it again and knocked the camera off. I crash it at fancy places though. Two of them, Snoopers Rock and Bald River Falls, are the locations of my two big helicopter crashes. It still flies after all that mess. I'm not the best pilot out there. Thanks, Percy. And this is Todd Shane, which I think Todd is a first time caller.
I think so. Powell. Oh, this is cool.
This is Washington State, Palouse Falls. Is that how you say it, Palouse?
I don't know, but
I don't know if he's done. He doesn't say what he used. I don't know if he was standing on the ground when he made this shot, or if he did it with a drone like Ron Durant did of Ozone Falls. But what a cool location!
It's 198 feet.
Wow. What state is that in?
It's in Washington State.
Oh, Washington State. Duh, I just read that.
It's up 4 miles upstream of the confluence with the Snake River.
Oh, okay. Very cool. It's beautiful. Thank you,
Yeah,
Todd.
this is
Appreciate you
gorgeous.
sending a picture in. I hope you continue.
Can you imagine? Look, this is like a 200-foot waterfall. The mist coming
Yeah,
up off
it's coming
that
up
thing.
100 feet.
Yeah.
This is as tall as the parachute ride at Six Flags Over Georgia.
That's crazy.
It really is something. Beautiful. Let's go swimming down there. You think there's any turbulence?
Probs.
Thank you, Todd.
Thank you.
Oh, is that the last one?
That's the last one.
Wow. Let's grid. Well, let's flip through them again.
Okay.
How long have we been on? We're running a little bit over. Sorry about that. We've been long-winded today, but I'm going to flip through them again. Let everybody kind of see the photos one more time.
There were some killer photos.
Yeah, we had
today.
a really great participation from everyone, and really appreciate it. Gosh, I love that one. Look at all these great pictures that we got this week. Wait a minute, gotta fix this one. Lots of good stuff. Lots and lots of good stuff. Thanks everyone for sending all of these in. 54 photos, and only 4 of them, 3 with me and 1 with you, were made here. All the rest of them were submissions. All right, now let's grid up again. Let's highlight that one. Hold down the old Shift-A-Rooney, highlight that one, hit delete, and delete from disk. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
All right, now let's see. What are we going to do? First, we got to think one more time about David's, because David's is this coming Tuesday. Ours is not for 2 weeks. So David is gestures for his live stream that's coming up this Tuesday, and ours, and this is all Heather's idea. So if you don't like it,
Hey.
I thought it was a good idea. I said, what do you think we should do? And she immediately, it wasn't immediate, but it was pretty quick.
I've been thinking about it.
Oh, had you? Okay. Well, I'm glad I asked you then. Heather says we should do architecture this week, and don't make it harder than it is. You take a picture of a doorknob if you're having trouble getting out and getting some architecture, but just take a photograph of something. I know Joy likes to take pictures of old buildings, and so do I. What are you going to take a picture of?
I don't know yet.
Sounds good. Should be awesome. So architecture for 2 weeks from tonight. Did I get the date right?
Let me just verify
did I
that.
miss-
Yeah, because that's when my doctor's appointment is.
Oh, okay. So we go to the doctor that morning. So we'll have a fresh report about Heather's broken foot 2 weeks from tonight on September the 20th, when we'll work on photographs of
Architecture.
that word. You got to be an architect to spell that thing. I had to Googleize it. That's fancy.
Oh, Cuban Rum said he's been dying to go to downtown Miami to do some photography.
Okay.
Well, if you were allowed to, now is your opportunity.
Wear a mask and get some pictures.
Good night, Mike.
Thanks for watching, everybody. And we look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks. And we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.